The choice at the door. So this is basically when you get convicted and you choose to change something about yourself to be able to be in alignment with truth, then the same events end up happening, and then you get to choose to do different. And this is really, really hard. And then sometimes people are like, oh, well, that's temptation, right? Like if you decide you're not going to drink anymore, and then you end up at a bar, and it's like, okay, well, am I being tempted to drink, or am I being tested to see if I'm not going to drink, right? And of course, you're going to put yourself in that situation. I mean, in that environment, then it's up to you. I mean, you're doing it to yourself, right? And it's good. It's good to see if, are you going to let your old self win, or are you going to, choose the truth, which is, I don't want to do that anymore, and be in alignment with who you are now. And so there's a lot of times that you're going to fail, and I can think of one example of my mom and I, we have a good relationship, but when we come together and we're living together, suddenly this relationship is not so good anymore, because we're not just sharing the good things in our lives, but we get to be together and share space. And so when we're bumping heads, because I see things one way and she sees things the other, then that's when I made the decision, like, okay, well, I'm not going to defend anymore, because truth doesn't need to be defended. And so when I was in that environment again, when I ended up living with my mom again, I kept failing. I thought I had it when I was by myself, isolated. When I was by myself, like, I thought that I had forgave her already. I thought that I know the truth, so nothing else matters, and it's okay if she doesn't understand me, and it's okay if she's, having her moment and her bubble. However, when I was in that situation environment again, I kept failing. I kept getting loud again, and I kept trying to defend my truth, and I kept trying to control. That's what it was. Like, I was still wanting to control the situation and how our conversation was landing and everything. So it took, I don't know, like 5 arguments probably, until finally I was able to just be like, okay, it's okay. Everything is okay. Because I know that I am following the truth, and I know that it's not her fault, it's not my fault. This is literally just happening again because I need to trust that I don't have to act like my old identity was. I don't have to be in anger anymore. I don't have to try to convince anyone. I don't have to do any of that. And so it's like, I don't have to control. So am I really not going to control when it comes to it? And then that's the whole thing, right? Like, you can fail so many times, and you can keep failing. Like, our life is in a cycle. So if you keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, it doesn't matter who you're with, it doesn't matter where you're at, the same circumstances are going to be coming over and over and over again. But when you're failing forward, is like, you get the gold out of that failure. You get the gold out of that impulse that happened, and then you work on it. You keep working on it, and that next time it's going to get better, and the next time it's going to get even better until it is better. And that's the thing about isolating, is that you can be enlightened. You can be the best version of yourself when you're by yourself. However, if you really want to grow and you really want to see the reflection, then you must have mirrors. You must have mirrors in order to see your reflection. And so that's why it's always better when you're in a body and you have brothers and sisters who can be that mirror. And then when you're looking at the mirror and you don't like what you see in that mirror, then you get to receive instead of resist.